Turn it loud, so we can hear it. Yeah. Over here. Yeah. Very big, yo. Come on, boys. Guys, this is kind of like a shot of KD. Alright, let's do one again. Let's do one again. Alright, MJ. Alright, we go. Hey, please.
You may not know my name, but by the end of the night, I bet the neighbors know my name. When sheets, late night, weak knees, long white. Put that boonya on my face, make me speak Japanese. Sayonara to the jokers who just be too damn sweet. Be in the bedroom, like come on. I do not tap out round 2 to round 3. I'm never going down. My woman and I link, call me Cassius. When we hit the matches, you be like, oh yeah. Baby, call me Randy Savage. Say that you want me, but be careful what you ask. Girl, I beat it up, just like Delta does your bag. You're looking at me, girl, and I ain't talking about the look in your eyes. Leave our body and misgivings a standing ovation, girl, tonight. So don't distract it, I can like to work you good, girl. And don't be bougie, 'cause tonight I need a hood, girl. My friends are coming out tonight. So put that shimmy on and work that body right.
Is that it?
Shout out everyone.
Love y'all. Shout out to
Love y'all.
May y'all have a good night.